Just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories. Port Aransas is a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. One visit, and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Go to visitportaransas.com and plan your visit to Austin's beach. Today on CityCast Austin, we interview John Waters, y'all, and it turns out he loves our city. From Davy Crockett hats to Texas Chainsaw Massacre memorabilia, he joins me to talk about his Moon Tower gig and share his opinions on the Lone Star State. It's Thursday, April 17th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about.
Hello.
Hello? Is this the John Waters?
Well, it's one of them, yep.
Oh my gosh! I'm so excited to hear your voice. Thank you so much. I'm Nikki.
Thank you. Hi, Nikki. How are you?
Hi, I am over the moon. So your show on Saturday is called The Filthiest Birthday Ever. Now, literally every person I know, to all of us, you're an icon. But in case there is someone that is listening that has no idea, tell us about your show. What can attendees expect?
Well, it's a 70-minute written monologue that's completely new every year. I completely rewrite it about politics, fashion, movies, sex, your parents, how you can rebel, how to be old, how to be young, everything. It's a pretty crazy comedy show, and it happens to be in my birthday week, so I certainly have to talk about age and sex and young people and what it's like to be old and what it's like to be young and how I have youth spies that tell me new stuff. So it covers a lot.
You don't shy away from the social horrors of our present time. So what would you say is the biggest horror that we're up against right now?
Well, that's a pretty obvious question, but I have friends that voted for Trump. So I believe that we have to make our enemies laugh. And I think we don't make them feel stupid even when they are. You make them feel smart, and then you trick them, and then you have sex with them, and you change their mind.
I love this idea that you say you use humor as a weapon and comic terrorism.
It is. Humor is politics. Humor is terrorism. That's good. That's funny. That just embarrasses. But it's very hard to embarrass Trump. He seems to be impossible to. So at the same time, we have to think of a way to strike back. And that's what my show is about in a lot of ways.
I think it's right on time, too, especially in Texas. It is the perfect time for you to be here to show us how to use our humor as a weapon. Now, I hear you judge others and you name names and you assign blame in your show, which I cannot wait to hear. Are there any Texans on this list of those that you're judging?
You'll have to pay to see out. I'm not going to give that away. Are there any Texans? I'm not sure where they all come from, some of the people. There might be. But, you're in Austin, which has always been kind of like the Berkeley of Texas in a way. So Austin has always been kind of if there was a liberal area in Texas. But I've had fun in Texas. I've done my show in Houston and Dallas. I've driven across Texas. I'm not against Texas. I had a Davy Crockett hat when I was young.
You've been here a lot. I mean, it's wonderful how often you come, not just to Austin, but to Texas. But, Texas, to your point, is a state that is, at least politically, it feels like anti-everything, anti-filth, anti-sex.
There's cool people everywhere.
For sure. And it's my home, and I love it here, though. I'll fight for it always.
So stay wherever you are and make it better. You don't have to leave. You make it better where you were born, and then every city will be cool. And you'll have your pockets. You don't have to be the majority. Who wants to be the majority? It's much more fun to be a minority that doesn't even fit in with their own minority. That's a new subgenre.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not going anywhere. Texas is mine. Nobody can have it. They can pry it away from my cold, dead fingers.
All right, good.
Especially as a queer Black woman. So I want to hear a little bit about how it feels putting on your show here, because Texas is interesting, because I know people that voted for Trump as well. I grew up with Republicans. What is it like to have that mix when you perform here?
Well, I think we have to, we don't not talk. I'm not a separatist. I believe that we have to change people's mind and make them laugh and use humor. First time I ever came to Texas, I was when Tobe Hooper was alive, and I had loved Chainsaw Massacre, and we got drunk together, and he took me to the sets, and I have a skull sitting right on my desk that was from the set of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What?
Yeah, and Gunnar came and visited me in my apartment in Baltimore. So Leatherface, the original Leatherface. So I've been I've always been, because of Texas Chainsaw, still my favorite horror movie ever.
You have just made so many people very happy saying that. You have no idea. So I know you're a hitchhiker. Have you ever hitchhiked in Austin?
No, but I hitchhiked across the country, but I went Route 70. So I don't think I went. I've driven across Texas many times. But when I hitchhiked, I did Route 70 to Denver, and then up, and then over in through to San Francisco. So I didn't hitchhike through Texas, but I hitchhiked through other places, believe me. We got room for plenty of refugees in this country. Are you kidding? There's so much empty spaces.
There's so much room, especially in Texas. Now, you've said that making a movie right now is impossible.
Well, it's not impossible. I know my friend Dan Minahan just has a movie that's coming out this week. So independent films can be made, but it's quite hard.
Yeah. So what advice do you have for any Austinites, honestly, or queer Texans or queer Austinites, artists and filmmakers that are trying to create and make films during this kind of tumultuous time?
Well, gay is not enough. It's progress to admit there's bad gay movies, too. I think the gay is a very good start, but being gay is not enough. You have to be more than just gay. You have to be gay and funny and change things and make people look at all sexuality in a different way. I'm not a separatist. I have straight friends, gay friends. I like it. I want to hear a straight man's worst night, too, not just a gay man's.
I love it. So now let's talk about these youth spies. They keep you informed of the current goings on. Do you have any youth spies in Austin?
No, but I have them. But now, because I've said it kind of with humor, I have good ones in LA and Baltimore and New York. But now I get real job applications where they fill it out, which does make me laugh. I like trying to get the job. They send me applications to be youth spies, which is funny, I think.
Yeah.
I just hate people my age that say, "Oh, we had more fun when we were young." Yeah, you didn't. You're just an old fart and don't know what's going on.
I know I would absolutely put my application in to be your youth spy, even though I am not very youthful.
All right. Yeah, sure. You can be a youth spy no matter how old you are, as long as you know what's going on.
That's it. That's the point. Yeah. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I wanted to tell you about something you need to save the date for. Austin Community Foundation has been a trusted partner in local philanthropy for individuals, families, and businesses looking to do good in Central Texas. And on April 29th, Austin Community Foundation invites you to Austin in Common at ACL Live Moody Theater. Now, this is an event like no other, and it's focused on storytelling. The night will feature 4 community leaders, Carrie Rodriguez, Kendall Antonelli, Chris Hyams, and Dr. Colette Pierce Burnett, who will share their Austin stories, their diverse experiences of living, working, and raising families right here in Austin. It's a chance to celebrate our togetherness because no matter who you are or where you're from, we all have Austin in common. Sponsorships and tickets are available at austinincommon.org. So get yours today. That's austinincommon.org. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I have to tell you about Tecovas boots. I finally have a pair, and I don't know if y'all know this, but they're handmade, high quality, and stylish. And they're comfortable right outside of the box. Now, I know we buy everything online these days, but trust me, you have to get fitted for some boots at Tecovas. Now, whether you're like me, a newbie to boots, or you have a closet full of them, the folks at Tecovas will help you find your next favorite pair. So, grab a friend, head on over to the Tecovas flagship on South Congress or their store at the Domain. Plus, good news, they just opened a store in Georgetown at 709 Main Street for those of you that live just a little further north. With 3 locations in town, you have no excuses. So, that's tecovas.com, TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all. Just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories. Port Aransas is a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. It's a place where multiple generations can get together under one roof to share slow beachfront mornings and cool Gulf breeze evenings. An island escape with 18 miles of shoreline to cast your line, kayak with the kids, or simply cruise the coast in a golf cart. One visit, and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Go to visitportaransas.com and plan your visit to Austin's beach. So we know you're spending the days leading up to your 79th birthday here in our city. Do you have any idea what you're doing? We have some cool stuff that we want to suggest.
I don't do anything but the shows. I have 9 birthday shows in 9 days. I don't do anything on tour. I get off the plane, I sleep, I do the rehearsal, I do the show, I do the meet and greet, I go to the next city. Long ago, I realized I see my friends backstage, whoever I know in each city afterwards, and that's all I can do. I can't do a tour and also have a social life. It's impossible.
That is a lot.
So yeah, and I just had 3 last week. So I have 51 this year. So I'm a carny.
You honestly are. So the next time you're back, if you ever come back for a vacation,
yeah,
we have so many cool local things. Rafaela, she's a local independent filmmaker, thinks that you would be perfect to see Body Mechanics because it's a BDSM all-nighter rave. And they play vintage smut on old TVs. It's perfect. It's perfect for you.
Sounds good, except as long as there are no cuddle piles.
No cuddle piles. No cuddle piles. You have my word.
Picture me in a cuddle pile. That drug that makes you love everybody. I never want to take that one.
Now, I want to know, a big part of about comedy is knowing your audience. What do you know? You've been here several times. What do you feel and know about your Austin audience?
They're smart. They get dressed. They are up to date. They have a good sense of humor about themselves first. They aren't self-righteous, and they're open to change. And they get their roots done.
I love that they get their roots done. What is your birthday wish for this year?
I don't know. I have such a good life. I have I guess health is the best thing at my age. Basically I talk about my age and certainly just keep going. I'm afraid if I drop dead on stage, you can do a selfie.
Ooh, I like that. I'm curious about in your show on Saturday, are there things that we're going to see that's like, yes, this is quintessential John Waters? Are there going to be any surprises?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely. There will be things that surprise you. There will definitely be something that nobody but me would ever say.
Oh, my God. This is what I want to know.
I'm not telling you. You got to come. I can't give away my material.
Oh, my God. I cannot wait.
There's people I judge. There's things I hate. There's things I love. There's things that I love and hate. There's advice I give you. I talk about sex. I talk about fashion. I talk about everything. There's almost no subject, even sports.
I cannot imagine anybody wanting to miss this. Now, I have kind of a weird question. As someone you're working more than most people that I know. How do you feel as a comedian, as a performer, about free speech in these times? How are you feeling about it?
If a kid is 8 years old and he asks for the Marquis de Sade, if he's heard of it, give it to him. Books are how you get corrupted in the best possible way. They make you smarter and more devious. And be glad your book is banned because it's up front by the cash register now, not back in the gay section by True Crime near the bathroom.
Near the bathroom. Now, I want to live my best, funniest, most politically savvy, humorous, filthy life, what would be your one bit of advice for me to do that?
Get out there and make some trouble. I wrote a whole little book that was a graduation speak called Make Trouble. And that's your duty as a young person. But make good trouble, trouble that changes, trouble that makes people see things in a different way and makes them laugh. The way to change is humor.
It's so simple. It's so simple. And I have one final question for you because you've mentioned fashion, and we all know that your fashion just never misses. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
How do you feel about cowboy boots and cowboy hats? Do you have any?
Well, I do not. I feel that if you are a Texan and you work on a ranch, you look great in it. Otherwise, in Las Vegas, you look like a bad hooker.
This has been the most delightful 15 minutes I have had in a very, very, very long time. Thank you so much.
Good. Well, I'm glad to talk to you, and I hope I see you there.
You will absolutely will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. You can find info about John Waters' show in our show notes. But what I really want to know is, what is your favorite John Waters movie? Let us know. And if you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and of course, subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around our city. Bye, y'all.